During this week's video, we get some HD, heavy duty, beefy door pins for our Jeep Cherokee because we have a saggy door. Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're working on my 2001 Jeep Cherokee, the XJ, and working on a very common issue with these Jeeps, saggy doors. And I think we have just the right solution to fix this saggy door. And I think my helper today approves. Maybe. Let me show you the other door issue that we have on the Cherokee. We plan on fixing the shocks on that rear hatch too, because those shocks left the chat. Well, dang, it's a little cold out here in the garage today. It's like -20 outside right now here in Minnesota. So, trying to stay warm. As you can see, my double layers here, and I shaved my beard. This is what we're gonna do in this video. We're gonna use these replacement bushings and pins from lotsofprojects.com. They sell replacement pins for the XJ door pins, much beefier than the stock replacements that you can buy in the auto stores. So let's open this box and see what we got to work with to replace the door pins on the XJ. Well, here we go. The HD door pins. I had to go ahead and order their little 3D Jeep that they sell as well. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that. But it's just so rad looking. And you could change the color of XJ that you wanted to buy. So of course I went with blue for bluey. Here's a quick snapshot of the installation steps that need to be taken to install those HD pins. We already had that list, so I already ran to the hardware store and got the 7/16 bit that we'll need to drill out the existing holes for the factory pins. I just went with a new bit just to help the install go a lot easier. While we were at the hardware store, we also got Dremel disc to cut the old pins out. Lots of projects suggest using a little disc. It's the easiest way to kind of get in there and cut the old ones out. And I thought it was pretty neat. I did not know that Dremel made this easy release, easy lock disc. So I went with that because if you're not familiar with these discs, there's like a little screw on the end there. That little screw likes to go missing. So paid a little extra and got these easy locks. And then we got these little sanding brushes to clean after we drill the holes out. And then we'll need a punch to punch the factory pin out of the door as well after we use that little cutoff wheel to cut the pin out. I'll show you all the steps here. Let's get after this door, but I do not want to take the door completely off. I want to keep the door on, so I don't want to mess with any of the wiring or any of this. I kind of want to make this video a quick install for you guys. To do that, I do have an adapter to go on my floor jack that you guys can make, or you guys can just use a regular floor jack, or I've seen guys use some hoist that you put up on your ceiling, or have a buddy come over and hold your door for a little while and kind of set it down on some blocks without taking the wiring out of the door. So hopefully this jack idea that I have going on will help, and then we don't have to take all the wires off and take the door completely off. We can just kind of wiggle it way in there and replace these clapped out door pins with the HD ones. So here's our little door helper that will go on our Badland jack. So let's get that set up, see if we can get this door propped up and do some cutting on those pins. got our little stand action, propping up the door, rolled down the window to make life a little bit easier. And a couple other things that we need to do here is we need to pull the pin for the door stop. So we'll pull the pin and then we'll start doing some cut. I don't know how I'm gonna get you guys in here to see what I'm doing. We'll figure it out. I owe you a little update here. I've been grinding with that little grinder for about 15 minutes, using the chisel to then pound that pin. Let me show you. We got one. It's a lot more effort than I thought it was gonna be. So here's the bottom one. We started using that chisel, then we moved to the big dog, and we got the bottom pin off. You can see the top side there is coming out, and we cut through and pounded with the big hammer and the big chisel and got that pin to come loose. So now we still have to do the top pin. We got most of it cut through, but we gotta do some more cutting and hammering on that one. Kind of remind me of like cutting a tree down. You can't really, well, a little different. You gotta like pie cut that pin with that little cutoff wheel, because you can't really get in there. So you're kind of coming in from top, bottom, pounding it. All right, let's get this out. Well, look at there. We got the door separated from the hinges. And now we just got to take the bushings out of these door hinges. The bottom one came out already. You can see how clapped out these bushings are on these Cherokees. That came from the bottom one. Now we just got to pound the other three out. Only got a little boo-boo pounding those old door pins out. Had to use a lot of hammer action with that chisel, and this guy will be your friend too to get those pins out. So far, the jack situation is working. Let's pound those bushings out. I'm gonna try a Chevy door pin. Well, here's the new door pins and the bushings that will drill the holes and pound those in, or press them in with that new sleeve. Supposedly this is a little grease ring in there. It's hard to see. I kind of see it. And here's the old ones, what's left. A couple of the bushings that I was able to save that did not turn into crumbs. And some of the pins here in that plastic sleeve that this one replaces. So let's see if we can sneak this drill bit in there and drill these holes out to 7/16. We got the big drill bit drilled through the brackets. That one is a little tricky. You gotta come through the top. I kind of put the pry bar up against that rubber hose, so the bit didn't touch the rubber hose, and was able to get it through. Now let's do a little cleaning with this little wire wheel and then insert the bushings. Well, we have worked up a sweat, and I still don't have the pins in, but I got the door in. I think the bushings are a little bit too tight for those hinges. And now we got a water bluey. But we got to get this pin back in. I thought by closing the door and kind of pushing on this door like this, if I can sneak the door back out without it falling on the floor, because I think the jack was kind of fighting me. So therefore, let's try to pull this door out a little bit and see if we can sneak this pin in, and hopefully the hinges fell into the bushings so I can put this pin in. Well, we got the 2 pins in, and it wasn't easy. I had to wiggle the door back and forth. Use this longer punch to get the top pin to go in. Had to put it up, hammer it down, wiggle the door back and forth, and we were able to get that top pin. The bottom pin is a little bit more tricky because we did not take the wires out of the door. So that wire loom comes right across that top of that bottom hinge. So we had to get a little creative. I tried the long punch, didn't really work. So I used this long pry bar and was able to go on top of that wire loom, get that pin started, and then hammer down on this long pry bar. And it popped right in. But a lot of monkeying around trying to get the door to wiggle, fit, so you could just get enough of that hole to line up to get the pin seated a little bit so you can start hammering down on that pin. But as you just saw, the door closes mint. The door has never closed that good ever since I've had the Jeep. So pretty optimistic about that. We are only doing the driver's door. The other doors on the Jeep are good. So we're just doing the driver's door for now. Close up shop for the night. Flip the Jeep around in the morning and we'll do that rear hatch. And I'll give you a quick conclusion on this whole project after we're completed. Oh, it's the next day. I was just outside. It's not getting any warmer. Makes me wonder why we even live in places like this. It's because of the summers, right? Yeah, the summers make up for it. But I was outside getting this beat up strap, and I told you I was gonna turn the Jeep around, but then I forgot that I have some tracking up here, and I think that will be beneficial to lift the rear hatch up, and then we can use a strap, and then the rear hatch will be suspended while we replace those beat up shocks on the rear hatch. Only one side has a hook. Do I go back outside in the freezing cold or jerry rig a hook? What do you guys think of this? Eek, I'm not sure if I put my trust in that broken strap. But now we can get to the shocks without smashing our head, because these rear hatches are quite heavy actually. Let's see if what we got from Amazon are the same, I guess. We'll start there, huh? Well, that was easy. Got one done already. That took me about 2 minutes. So on the top here, the shock just unscrews. So that's the stock bracket there and the aftermarket shock. And then down here, I just unclipped the factory one with a flat blade. And then the new shock came with that little clamp on the socket. So I just left it clamped, screwed this into the shock, and bloop, that's all she wrote. Let's do the other side and see if it's just as easy. And then if the shocks hold the hatch. Well, that's gonna be nice. to have a rear hatch that lifts. You don't need to put a prop rod in there and be scared that it's gonna hit you on the face. It's gonna be real nice. I'll put the link in the description below for the Amazon link for those shocks if you guys need a set for your Cherokee. Come here. A little closer. Come here, I got a secret to tell you about these door pins. Some of you guys and gals might have picked up on these door pins that we put in this Cherokee. The description is on the website Doorless. That's right, these door pins are to make your doors removable. But I'm not gonna do that quite yet. One, it being winter, and two, I wanna redesign the electronics here. So there's only a couple wires coming through the door and relocate this. That's my little secret if you made it this far in the video. And then make these doors removable in the summer. But the reason I went with these door pins initially, yeah, it was to have the doors come off in the summer, but mostly I liked the design of the bushings, and you're upgrading those bushings from the stock ones that just get clapped out anyways. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna be super pleased with a non-ziggy door on this Cherokee and that rear hatch functioning again. And now you know what we'll be doing in the future to make all 4 of these doors removable if summer ever shows up. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time. Now what am I gonna do with this old strap?